I don't know if you guys been seeing any of the stuff about Superman and the reports that the movie, the first screening didn't go so well.
Really? I'm hearing opposite.
I heard a combination of the two. Like I heard that it was getting
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, like a negative response, and then I heard
they're negative, but they say that it's like very much like the Mummy.
Interesting.
Very much like Brendan Fraser's The Mummy.
Really?
Yeah, that's what they're saying. So in Superman, I mean, a lot of it was a lot of hate and whatever.
And because a lot of what I saw was that it was Guardians of the Galaxy 1, like, good. You know, it was like that. Which I'm like, that.
There you go. Superman's first tests are worrying per Hollywood insiders. Conflicting reports over it. Poorly, very negative. The buzz not good. Screaming mixed signals of DC reboot. There's like 15 articles about it not being good, guys. Not good. You should be worried. It's just there's a lot of negative stuff about there, and I don't believe it. And the reason I'm bringing all this up is I don't believe it.
Yeah,
remember, I'm the one on the side of I'm not trusting James Gunn with all of this stuff. I don't believe this negative screening stuff. Like, no, there's no way that it's that bad, right? James Gunn comes out with he does movies with scripts. Full scripts, full storylines. You know, it's all figured out. Marvel just throws shit together and then they go through a screening and they figure out the story. You know.
Well, now, yeah.
Nowadays,
now, yeah.
They said for the last 6 years, it's been just throwing this shit together. You know, James Gunn thought this stuff out. He's playing this stuff out. I think it's just different from Marvel, and that's why these executives don't understand it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't believe all this negative stuff, you know. And also, if it's like Brendan Fraser's The Mummy, who the fuck doesn't like that?
I love it. I love Brendan Fraser's The Mummy.
The only part I have problems with was, you know, is that when you go back in time and they are the people that are in Egypt. That's the only problem I have problem with the Mummy. I'm like, what? The most British white person is the Egyptian king princess. All right, okay, but besides that, everything else is good. You know, I enjoy that type of adventure type of feel. And doesn't that make sense for a Superman type of movie?
Yeah,
an adventure type of thing with other superheroes there. I think it should be good.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just looking at all this stuff. I was like, why? Why are people saying negative stuff about it? That doesn't make sense. And if it was a Marvel movie, they'll have 7 months of reshoots coming out in July.
I'm not very worried about it.
This is how crazy it is. So Comic Book Movie has 2 articles. comicbookmovie.com, right? Which I don't always go to them for my info because they're not the best. They have one article that Superman buzz not good following test screening. They have another article saying apparently Superman is described as Guardians of the Galaxy level good, and while some VFX is unfinished, a lot of shots were polished enough that 7 months ago that the audience shared their opinions and loved the movie. How do you have two different articles that have 2 completely different vibes on it? To me, that's you're playing both sides.
Yeah, because they probably hear both. But I mean, I like the Movie Web, comic book movie, blah blah blah. Dark Horizons is good, decent. What's the other one?
I forgot I always forget Dark Horizons is still around.
IMDb. You go to IMDb, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, once again, and actually IMDb said it was like Captain America, the first Avenger.
I heard that,
and I didn't like that movie. And I know Brandman did. I thought it was the worst of all the Captain Americas.
I mean, it is, but
you know, but it's not a terrible movie, right? Like, it's just. I think it'll be solid enough of a movie that you can stand on it because they're still standing on that movie, right? A lot of the things that are happening in the MCU still, Captain America still is developed in that first movie. You know, so I don't know. I don't know what to believe. That's why I kind of wanted to hear what you guys thinking about.
Yeah, I've heard something on kind of going both ways, that it's got like a mixed reaction and then more positive reaction. So, but yeah, I know there's people actively rooting for this movie's failure. It weirds me out. Wouldn't be surprised if there's some of the ones responsible for putting together some of these articles, but I think that's reaching even on my end.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not worried. James Gunn hasn't really failed me yet, so
I mean, he has come up with some movies that haven't hit. So that's what I'm saying. Like, he has done things that haven't hit. I just don't think the superhero genre is going to be one of those that's not going to hit. If he cares about a movie, I just don't think. But am I worried about it? I mean, I'm not sure what's going to be. So I'm not going to sit there and go in blindly say it's going to be great. But when Warner Brothers executives are telling me something sucks, they're not the ones I'm always listening to. I mean, how do you know what something sucks? What determines your idea of what something is sucking? I don't understand that.
Yeah, I mean, and also like there's, because I saw the like some of the early ones saying it's good, but I was like, yeah, okay, cool. You know, like for me, not a reliable source has come out yet and said anything about the movie. None of those things I trust. They're cool to look and read. I don't trust any of them.
They have said that they have scheduled now about another month of reshoots. So a month of reshoots. When Marvel finishes the movie, they immediately schedule 3 months of reshoots. Immediately. So like
pretty much,
it's hard for me to get upset and worried about a month of reshoots. So the movie will be done in March instead of Captain America is going to be done February 7th for the 14th being the release date. It's just, I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and worry about that right now.
Yeah. Because I know I heard it. I was like, how long? So it's they pickup shots. So he said it's quote pickup shots for Superman in order to enhance the film. And he's saying they're not called reshoots. Those are reshoots.
They're reshoots.
It's
a month of reshoots.
That's semantic. Yeah. Get out of here. He goes, he said sort of. So when he was asked about reshoots, he said sort of, not a few days. We're going to do a day and a half of pickup shoots. No scenes, no reshoots, just a handful of individual shots to enhance the film. That's what he said on Threads.
Yeah, but the reports of the articles. The reports from the article that came out today are talking about that they have a month of reshoots scheduled now. But having a month of reshoots has to go also with the people's schedule. You know, like, so not everyone could be there at the same time once the movie has wrapped. So like it doesn't mean that, as I said, they're still doing reshoots for Captain America right now.
It's crazy at this point.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that Taika already said, like, and other directors as well came out and they're like, yeah, you shoot until like the day before, like you're getting it ready until like the absolute final moment where you have to send out the film. But yeah, like Brian said, like reshoots, I'm not too worried about. You know, especially if it's just a month of it. It's scheduling. You could be editing. You know, and in the middle of edit, you're like, this didn't look the way I wanted it to look. You know, so you're not really changing the scene. You're just changing the way it looks, possibly. You know,
even if you change the scene, you're not changing the script. The script was written. This is not Marvel, where they kind of give you a outline of how shit's going to go. James Gunn, all his movies, he has a script written. So
so I'm not too worried. And all the early stuff, it's still too early until I start getting some more people that I actually trust talk about it. You know, but like I said, it's fun to read about it and like seeing what people are supposedly saying and stuff like that.